What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Observant Lineman. Back here for another video, an update, if you will, on the Jalen Ramsey situation. It appears that Doug Marrone has come out and said that Ramsey will be playing Thursday versus the Titans. ESPN's Michael DeRocco, like I said before, the guy's an unbiased, he's an unbiased, fair reporter. I knew him when I was in Jacksonville. The guy does a good job, so I do find his articles to be straightforward and they usually stick to the facts. He says here that Marrone said he spoke with Ramsey on Tuesday, and there are no lingering issues regarding their sideline shouting match in Sunday's game. But the coach didn't have anything to say on Wednesday about Ramsey's trade request. I stay out of that, Marrone said. I stay out of contracts, I stay out of that stuff, and my focus is on the guys that are playing, and he's playing, and he's on the team. I don't get involved. Now, we all know about what was said in regards to Jalen Ramsey wanting to be traded from Jacksonville, and I've given my thoughts about that. Check out my other videos on the Ramsey situation to find out a little bit more in-depth information as to how I feel about it. But have to say that I kind of disagree here with the move that Coach Marrone is making. I understand it and I respect it, but I do slightly disagree with his approach here. When a guy says he wants to be traded, the trust factor in that player as a viable member of the team, as a member of the team through and through, full-heartedly, is in doubt. And while we don't know what they talked about behind closed doors, and we probably will never know what they talked about behind closed doors, I will say that from my perspective, once a player demands a trade, they do not, or they have lost the right to be on the field as a member of that team, unless they come out and give a formal apology to the team in front of the team, unless they come out and retract their statements to the media and say that, hey, you know, I was coming off of an emotional situation and I let my emotions get the best of me there. I really don't want to be traded, and I have apologized to all the necessary people to make sure that they understand that I do want to be a part of this team. Unless you do something like that, which I don't know if he has or not, I would not even have him dressing up. And, you know, as far as the Jags are concerned, you know, he's still under contract. He still has another this season and next season left on his contract. If they're not planning on trading him, then, you know, as punishment, he would definitely be sitting for a few games before he went back out on the field, in my opinion. But, you know, I don't run the team. I'm not the head coach, and I'm not a player on the team at the moment. I'm retired. My time has come and gone. And so I can sit here at my desk and give you my views on it and give you my perspective on it. But that does not change the fact that he will be playing tomorrow versus the Titans. Now, with him playing against the Titans, I would assume that the Jags will likely not be trading him. And now, why do I say that? Well, for a few reasons. One, he's playing tomorrow. A player that you're actively trying to get rid of, a player that has come out and said he doesn't want to be a part of the team, generally, you want to keep them off the field and out of the game plan. You want to keep them as far away from your strategies and your techniques as possible at that point, because you never know, wherever he ends up playing, you don't know when you come back to play those guys again. Maybe it's in the playoffs, maybe it's next season, but he has 100% access to all of the strategies of that defense, all of the tendencies of that defense on paper. You don't want him to be able to, you know, keep a memory bank or keep any kind of storage of what you have going on, film, things like that. You know, they keep everything on iPads now. So you don't want him to be able to have hours and hours of training camp film and game film that he can share with other teams or whichever other team he signs with, if that comes to be the situation. You know, if I'm being honest, he needs to feel this a little bit. I really think he needs to feel this a little bit, because there has to be consequences for what you say, for the words you use. And again, I am all for the empowerment of players in the NFL. I think that the NFL does have a bit of a vice grip over players due to the way that contracts are structured, due to the way that contracts are set up in a manner that there's not much in way of guarantees for the average player. But with that being said, there's still a gray area in which players must operate with respect to the team, because this is a we sport. W-E, a we sport, not a me sport, not a M-E, me sport. And when you decide to go down the route of me, you hurt the we. So there's a balance that has to be kept in check in regard to the chemistry of the team and the wants and desires of the single player. Aside from all that, you know, we'll keep up with this. We'll see what happens on Friday. I've heard some information from a source on my own that, you know, the trade deal is off the table. They're not planning on trading him anymore. But we'll see how that plays out. But hit that like button if you like this video. Subscribe to The Observant Lineman. Hit the bell notification so you can get a notification every time I drop a video. And I will talk to you guys on the next one. Peace.